All right, in this final video, I want to talk about the gap in most marketers' businesses and show you how to fill the gap with what I call the profit flywheel. Now, the profit flywheel is a model that works with any affiliate offer. It works with your own products as well, as a matter of fact. And it's something I learned from my first mentor back in 2016 that completely changed my life. It's basically how marketing works. And unfortunately, the way the Make Money Online space has gotten these days is courses are shortcutting the process to launch. Okay, and that sounds good on the surface because that's what people care about, getting started. But they've shortcut the process to getting launched so far, so fast that marketers are losing their leverage. Okay, they're losing leverage, and in this game, right? Like, it's the Make Money Online game. You want to win, and you probably don't want to compete on a level playing field because there's already people out there with more experience and bigger screenshots than you. We don't want to compete with them. What we want to do is we want to tilt the field in our favor, leveraging systems, okay? Systems that work for you around the clock. Yeah, I get that. You've probably heard that spiel before, but systems that work for you to help you grow, okay? So here's what's going on in the space as of right now. A lot of people have moved the funnel or the website or the sales process onto social media. And what they're doing is they're essentially selling on social media. And that's always been like cardinal sin number one, with a brief exception in like 2023. It was actually working really, really well. But selling on social media kills your business even before it has a chance to get any momentum. Because what a lot of people do is they sell straight from social media, and their entire sales process is like a checkout page or a stand store or beacons or like a simple sales message. And that causes a problem because every time you post on social media, one of two things are going to happen. Either A, people are immediately going to put up their red flags because especially with, the mainstream market, not the hype buyers, but regular folks like you and I, when they hear someone selling on social media, they don't even stick around to get the information. They just automatically put up the red flag. And that's what we do not want to do. We do not want people to make the decision before they have all the information, because if they do that, the answer is always going to be no. So when everyone sees your content and you're selling on social media, they put up a red flag, they don't follow you, so your account doesn't grow. Another thing that can happen is people are selling on social media and basically sending people straight to a checkout page, is their customers who do see their videos get over there and they're still confused. They're like, wait, how does this business model work? I'm so confused. And what happens is when the creator who is selling on social media just keeps sending them back to the same page, they kind of throw their hands up and they're like, well, I'm not going to get any more information and I'm stuck. So this creator has no value to me, right? That's what people watch on social media. People watch people that they can get something from. So these people don't stick around, and the person selling on social media is wondering why their account isn't growing, right? Why they're not making any sales. Well, that's the reason, and it's not the marketer's fault by any means. It's a lot of the courses have just saw that they could sell more by shortcutting a process that's actually essential. And the only people making money, it seems like, are the people who go live 2 or 3 times a day, and they just have a natural sales gift. I do not have that. I can't sit here and tell you to buy my thing and just have people buy my thing. I got to follow the rules of actual marketing. So what I actually do is I nurture people. And this is what if you take nothing else out of this course, just know that nurturing changes the game. Like, getting more views is a lot harder than doubling, tripling, or even quadrupling your conversions, right? Converting leads or views into sales, you can do that with more control than you can get more views, right? Getting views is actually one of the hardest things to do, in the sense that in order to get views that lead to sales with the checkout page, you have to get in front of the same people again and again and again, and that's really difficult. So what we do is we use a nurture sequence, right? We post on social media and create conversion content like I showed you in a past video, where we're sharing our opinions, our journey, and all that stuff. And we don't send people to a sales page. We don't even mention anything about something to buy. What we do is we send them to what I call the profit flywheel funnel, which is kind of like what you're on right now, right? You're here getting value, I hope. If you're still watching, you're on this video, you probably got some sort of value, right? So this is all that was promised to you on social media, whether it was me or one of the affiliates who are using this funnel, right? They promised you value and you came over and you got some insight. right? And you're like, oh, hey, this might work for me, right? Because now you understand what affiliate marketing is all about and selling courses is all about. So you may buy, you may not buy. I don't know. But either way, you're probably ready to consider getting into this game, right? So it's a much different pre-framed place than if I was just over on social media telling you to buy my course, right? And that's how the profit flywheel works, okay? So for example, I'm over here on social media. I'm creating the conversion content like I showed you in the past video. And I'm not sending you to a checkout page. I'm sending you over to a free training, or the affiliate who sent you here sent you to a free training. So you came over happily, right? Well, the first thing that allows marketers who use the profit flywheel to do is to get more leads, right? Because if I'm just asking you to buy, your only leads are buyers, right? And that's not very many people. But if 20 people wanted to get a free course today, then I just got 20 leads if I'm using a profit flywheel. So that's more people I can follow up with. But it goes beyond that. It actually helps your social media account grow, because when you have something like a profit flywheel, it takes you time to consume this information, and also you get good value. So what that means is you're likely to watch more of my content, right? And that signals the algorithm that people want to stick around, and that's how you actually get pushed out to the algorithm. That's how your account actually grows. That's how you actually win the algorithm, right? So that's why you're starting to see why this becomes a flywheel effect. But we still make money, because after a free training, there's a pitch. There's an opportunity to take the next step, usually through the form of your course. And some people who go through this will end up buying whatever is promoted on the end of it as the next logical step. So that will make money. The people who don't will at least say, hey, I got some value. I'll continue to get more value from them on social media. And that's another good signal to the algorithm, okay? But also, I have emails, a lot of them. And you can too if you use a profit flywheel, because you're giving people value, and you can follow up with those people, and the sale is made in the follow-up. You can send them back to the same offer, or here's where it gets really interesting. You can send them when it's time to other offers. And guys, that's how I had my first $50,000 month when I started using the profit flywheel. Okay, I started using the profit flywheel in 2016. 11 months later, I had my first $50,000 month. That was after struggling for 4 years. And it wasn't because I was getting so much traffic. It's because I was building a list, an email list of people that trusted me, because I gave them value first. Even though they knew what I was offering, it didn't matter, because I gave them value first before I asked for anything. So then in month 11, when I had a big list and a new offer came out that paid me $1,000 commission, I simply sent emails to my list about this offer, another affiliate offer, right? And I made $1,000 commission on each sale. I made 44 sales. I made $44,000 during that 10-day launch, all from email. Plus the money I was making on the front end. That's how I cracked $50,000 for my first time. And guys, that's the secret. You don't get to those numbers you're seeing on social media by just going crazy viral. You get it by building a business and a system that compounds over time. Okay, that's what a profit flywheel is. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to look where you're at right now and think about how you got here. Okay, you've watched 8 videos, right? You either came because you saw me on social media giving away a free course, or one of the affiliates who's using this funnel gave you this free course and you came over and you watched this. The fact that you're here watching this video right now should be all the proof that you need that this system works, right? Because some people who make it to this point will continue their journey with me. And when that happens, I'll make money, and the affiliates who referred you here will make money as well. And making money is not a bad thing when you do it the right way, when you try to genuinely help people better their life, right? Even if you never buy, some people who got to this video will buy, and it all happened with content and automation, guys. Okay, so that's why I give this exact funnel to members of my Level Up Marketing Alliance, right? Level Up is my mentorship community, which I've mentioned a couple of times. I'm not going to go deep into the details of why I think you should buy it. If you've gotten value and this seems different, that's probably a pretty clear signal. But the first thing you're going to see when you get in there inside the classroom is the Level Up affiliate launch, where you can literally one-click import this same funnel into a free System.io account, and I show you how to set it up step by step. So when you go create conversion content on social media, you can give this away to other people. so you can get more leads, so your account will grow, so you don't have to sell anything on social media, right? And this funnel will do the same thing for your leads that it did for you. It'll bring people to the point of the decision. And that's all we can ask for in this game. If people decide to move forward, that's when you'll make $500. Okay? So obviously their decision is going to be whether or not they want to join Level Up, right? And this is perfect for a wide range of people who really want to make money online, because if you don't have a product, that's no problem. I just showed you how anyone who joins Level Up today can get the done-for-you funnel just like this one, with all my videos populated so you can send your leads there. I show you how to set it up so it's a nice smooth transition from you on social media to this training. I give you the step-by-step instructions. You can make $500 commissions for each sale. Means you can start fast. You can have a business up today even, just like every other program on the planet. But the difference with Level Up, guys, is you're also going to get the universal skills. Okay? Because that's what I focus on through the actual mentorship, through the actual live calls, through the actual replays, through the actual classroom, is actually giving you skills so you can promote anything. Right? You don't have to take my word for it. If you scroll down on this page, you'll see a video. It was actually clipped from one of our coaching calls where a member, his name is Greg, he actually really summarized why Level Up is perfect, not just for people who've struggled for years, struggled for months, but it's actually probably the first place that people should start. Okay, so if you don't have a product, no problem. This can be everything for you. If you do have an offer, that works, right? If you're in the Make Money Online niche and you have a course that you're already promoting, you will benefit from this. I currently have members from most of the major programs that you've probably seen on social media: SWC, Boss Suite, UBC, Legacy Builder, courses I've never heard of, and eventually in the future there will be new ones that haven't even been created yet. That these strategies that I teach inside Level Up, the frameworks I teach, the lessons that I give, the skills that I help you build will give you an advantage in those as well. So it's good for that. If you want to launch your own offer, Level Up is still the perfect place for you to be. Here's a member. His name is Doug. He actually has his own school community now. He just launched it not too long ago. He's got over 131. He's got 131 members in there. Some of them paid lifetime membership at $397. So he's making decent money with his own program. That's the thing about Level Up. It grows with you. You will never outgrow Level Up, okay? So there's a lot of great stuff. Obviously, the benefit is me and my leadership and my commitment to helping you actually learn how to do the same marketing that I've been doing for 10 years now. It continues to work. It continues to give you an advantage. Here's a list of some of the content that you'll see in there if you want to pause this and look through that for specifics. But really, the next step is to click the button below and come join Level Up, right? 2 sales. If you choose to use it, you'll make your money back. Ultimately, here's what I want to help you do, though. Okay, I want to help you avoid wandering around the desert with a trail of tears behind you, because this is what happens to most people, right? They're in what I like to call the stinky oasis. Okay, they probably got a job. Maybe their bills are paid, or at least mostly paid. They probably don't have too much credit card debt. Maybe they have a lot of credit card debt. They're probably not on death's door, right? So I call this a stinky oasis. You have the essentials. But what a lot of people do is they buy some, promise of quick riches, and they start wandering around trying to figure it out, right? They don't have guidance. They don't have course corrections. And so they wander through the desert, not at this much better oasis where they're, a profitable digital marketer who made it to full time and has their own stuff or whatever. But they're just kind of wandering around the desert. They chose to leave the comfort of just the 9 to 5 that was the essentials, and they're in a more painful place. They're wandering around without any direction, and they're not making money, right? That's what Level Up is in simplest terms. It's course corrections. It's my 13 years of experience making sure you get to the much better oasis here, okay? Guys, everything you need is under one roof inside Level Up. Get started quickly, switch your offer, keep promoting your existing offer, but more effectively, right? You got options. They're all inside Level Up. I'd love to have you. The bottom line, though, is I'm so adamant about this because I've seen what happens. This will actually save you money, right? The amount of impulse purchases and chasing false promises that Level Up will help you avoid will save you money. Yes, I can't promise results. The results should speak for themselves as you see some of the people I've helped. That's what I'm really looking to do, is get you on a path that's less frustrating, less costly, so you can just finally get to doing what you want to do, which is make some money, relieve the pressure, and see where this thing goes. Okay, I can't wait to see you. Go ahead and click the button below, get instant access to Level Up. And if you have any questions about where to start based on your current situation, just jump into the community feed, tag me, and ask me, and I can point you in the right direction. And that's the beauty of Level Up. You don't have to go in there and filter through 300 videos and watch 6 weeks or 6 months worth of content before you're even ready to get started. We're going to rip you out of the beginner phase. We're going to point you in the right direction, and I want to make sure that happens as seamlessly and frictionlessly as possible by making sure you get to exactly where you need to be. And I look forward to seeing you on the calls or having you watch the replays. Either way,